today. Let's see. Ali, Christine, good morning. Vargoric, good morning. Chris, CC, Noam, good morning. How's everyone doing? Super Nightmare and Valerie, it's a great day. We're starting the day. I started a little bit later. Sorry about that. Let's see. Tribe from Southern Ontario. God bless. Good morning. Super J. And it is the Mighty Tribe. It's another mighty day in God's given universe. And we're here today for another fun, fabulous filled day of love. Deluxe, good morning. Jenny's Voice, how are you? Blake Paragon, good morning. Let's see. Barajas, how you doing? Romaine Shah, good morning. Let's see. I've been reading. Let me move this over. I've been reading Baker's book on the carnivore diet. That's what we're reading a chapter a day. Chapter 3. Let's see. Chapter 3, which is evolutionary guessing game. That's good. Paul, Tina. Let's see. Build a land. Junior. Blake. Mushi. It's all mushy. I am great. Tea is better, but it takes time to heal for all of us, right? All of us. Stover, good morning. How you doing? Malcolm, good morning. How are you doing? Thanks for joining today, helping out on the front end and the back end. Love life. Let's see. Who amongst us has no problems? We're in the grave, if so. Again, Stover, Ray, Maj, let's see, MJ, Ray MJ. I guess that'll be good. Marco, how are you doing? Starting the day. Thank you, God, Lord, created for the day. Thank you, God, Lord, created for the day. Each and every day, we're doing our very best. And what are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you watching? See, I was on my drive to work this morning, and I got pulled over by the state patroller, and he said I was moving over the white line on the right. But what I was doing is this guy was tailgating me for like 10 miles. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to move to the right because there's no one else on the highway. Pass me. He pulled me over. Really nice sheriff, actually, Onondaga County Sheriff. And and I was like, just checking. You're going over the white line. I said, I was trying to move over so you could pass me. He said, okay, I got to go get to work. All good, right? Linda Denton, Teresa, JF Rose, and Gail, how are you doing today? Good morning. All right. So a couple things. I've been reading. I've been also listening to David Goggins' book. What is this one? Never Finished. Great book. I love listening to books because while I'm listening to that, I might be kind of working on something else at the same time. So a lot of it is, you begin in the dark, right? In the womb, we're in the dark. Mission Impossible, is that it? Beg, bonjour. Serena Cherie, is that it? And my good friend L, Anthony Chafee, awesome, amazing day. Elena, doing fine, a pleasure. So I'm reading 5 books at the same time. We're doing a chapter a day right now on Carnivore Diet by Sean Baker. You got to read it. All right. Some highlights of our evolutionary nature. Carolina, Don, Jason, Mimi M. Good morning from Utah. No tolerance. I am great, my friend. How are you doing this day? All right. Let's see. I'm happily sitting here with a belly full of fatty, delicious ribeye steak and reflecting upon just how primitively satisfying my meal was. I can't help but wonder why that's so. If we go back far enough into our history, I think we'll find clues to the mystery. If you don't believe that humans evolved or that evolutionary science is real, just flip ahead and skip this chapter. If, like me, you're fascinated by information about how humans evolved, dig in and let's try and make some sense of why meat is so satisfying to us. Right? Let's see. More about Goggins, please. Second time he's come up this week. Well, That's the next book, but you could start into it now. But darkness, hardship, challenges, failures, and judgment in a negative way helped bring him out of the dirt, out of the darkness, and into the light. So we're going to be talking more on Goggins when we finish the evolutionary history of why we are truly hunters, right? He's really great, but I love grit and hard stories, right? I grew up in LA, kicked out of school, couldn't read, in a gang, father in jail. Through the darkness and the struggles and the hardship, you build a strong ship, right? Hard builds strong. Darkness to the light. Marla Cat. That's what life is about, right? So up at 3, Tia said, can you not work out this morning because you're making too much noise? So I said, okay. I worked out last night. I'll work out tonight, shifting it up a little bit. I got on the road early, 3 a.m., get pulled over by the Onondaga sheriff. Really nice guy. It's a 2-lane highway. I moved over the white line on the right so he could pass. I didn't know it was a sheriff. The guy didn't pass me, but he's like a car length behind me at 65 miles an hour, right? And but he said, okay, Kiltz, go on your way. Jonathan Fay, how you doing, my friend? In the house, Lucas is here. Yeah. So 21 years in the in the military, a Green Beret, amazing. Took it from hard, but first he started off with feeling sorry for himself, angry at his father, living a hard life, right? Aren't we all living a hard life? But through that, he built the strength of life to do something and stop feeling sorry for himself, right? That was it. All right, Rose, how are you doing? Okay, we're going to get back to our good friend, Sean Baker. And you got to check out Sean. Listen, so next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think it's 24th, 25th, and 26th. Yes, I'm in Denver at the Low Carb Denver. So you got to show up and be there, right? I was a Green Beret as well, in recovery, right? But the recovery is the strengthening, right? This idea maybe that, oh, they fucked me up, right? But in some way, maybe it strengthened me up, right? All right, good. DPG, Tia, Miss Tia is a keeper. Miss Tia is wonderful, and she keeps Kiltz in line, and I need more alignment, right? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, my brother. One ribeye yesterday. That was delicious. Woke up at 4, put on some weight in past week of traveling, wedding, carbs, alcohol, sweets. Oh, my God. Time to time. Back on withdrawal and back to, boom, man, lions. Remember that. Come on back to the lion side, right? Steak, salt, water this week. Steak, salt, water this week. Steak, salt, water this week, right? Musel, Supra, how you doing? Reading Plants That Kill by Elizabeth and oh, it's great. Amazing history about the plants. See, the plants are the predators, and you and I be the prey, right? Elena, thank you. Makes when you don't wear. You got Angela. Do you like it better without the headphones? Again, it's kind of interesting. I'm a little bit louder. Can everyone hear me okay? Right? ATM, I'm reading the Carnivore Code by Paul Saladino, that he was the word salad in his surname. You're right, Teresa. And what does he like to eat now? See what happens when I'm talking loud? Yes. Noel Batista. Let's see. The book we did the book by Sally Norton, Plants, Toxic Superfoods, right? That's it. 9:30 p.m. Teresa, awesome. How you doing? 9:03 tomorrow. Yes, Gail, Teresa, Angela, Maggie, McLean, Shar, good morning. Again, just your comments. Hey, it's a great day. What are you reading? What are you listening to? Where do you live? What are you challenged by, right? See, life is a challenge, and that's what we're here to do. Thank you, Lounge Bukola, Daniel Suteja. Did I pronounce it right? Honest Lady. Thanks for being here, stopping in for 5 minutes, a minute. My trucker friends, those that are on the road, to those that are in the armed forces, the military, the police, right? All of our those are here that are working to do their very best to help us, to help us be safe. But ultimately, you got to work on safety. But sometimes you got to take off the safety belt and risk even injury and death to building your most amazing life. And I think that's what Goggins is really sharing. But first, Sean Baker, hunter before gatherer, right? Let's see. The primal blueprint. Mark Sisson used what I think is the best name for the prototypical caveman, Grok. And Raquel Welch died. She was the primal cave woman, right? All right. Let's see. So, ancient ancestors' experience, which means assumption. So we think, they were mostly hunters or mostly gatherers. And there's a guessing game to this, but the anthropologic story shows that likely we were the big hunters of the big animals that were everywhere, right? Homo habilis fashioned the first crude stone tools about 2.8 million years ago and became arguably the first human beings, right? Earlier hominins had been prowling the African savanna and getting their first taste of meat 2.8 million years ago, right? All right. Scientists postulate that early pre-humans and many archaic humans spent at least a portion of their time as scavengers. In fact, one of the remarkable and unique things about our human digestive tract compared to other primates, all right, is our incredibly acidic pH, right? 1.1 to 1.5, right? The stomach acid is healthy humans around 1.1 to 1.5, which is incredibly acidic and on par with scavenging animals such as vultures and hyenas. So the thought was, because we were scavengers, there was a lot of bacteria, yeast, and maybe some viruses that we needed a really good acidic GI tract to kill all those microbes, and maybe we ate the poop. That was another one. They lie about everything else. No tolerance. Good morning, architect miniature. Good morning to all. So let's do some stretching, do some lifting. Are you on the bike? Are you listening while you're doing your exercise? But minimize to masterize. Don't do too excessive unless you're working to build this and, go out and do that. Go do it and go at it, my friends. All right. Teresa, let's see. I'm supporting my husband, Daryl, who has MS and was suggested to him to do carnivore. Absolutely. Let's see. We have just started investigating the carnivore diet for our health. So don't know anything much at this time. Don't know much about carnivores, right? Raw, vegan, fruitarian, and looking at making the switch too to help with my arthritis. I can't believe what the plants are doing. Again, Teresa, it's a game changer for me. I was born and raised an Italian, Mediterranean American. I ate mostly fruit, fiber, vegetable, seeds, and nuts, and lean meat. I suffered arthritis, psoriasis, kidney stones, migraines, bowel bleeding. I keep a picture of my good friend Dave Kilmer and my sister Marianne, and realized that cancer and diabetes for my sister killed them prematurely because of a plant-based, lean, low animal fat diet. And this, Teresa, is a game changer. Don't believe me, but you got to be the N of one, right? Our ancestors' foods. Good morning. You have to be the experiment. If you're waiting for the priest, the pope, the president, the professors, the experts to tell you plants are good for you and eating meat is bad for you, you will suffer. And I'm sorry for this. I'm a reproductive endocrinologist, an OB/GYN doctor. I took a year of internal medicine when I realized all I was doing was writing prescriptions for chronic diseases, that no one was teaching us why and how. But I realized the why and how is simple. We are lions, not pigs, cows, and sheep. We've been duped. And that's why I really love Sean Baker's book on the carnivore diet. But he points out, and I'll skip to the back of chapter 3 real quick, people like James Henry Salisbury. Let's see, Blake Donaldson. Let's see, Stephenson, Wilhelmur Stephenson. Let's see, Walter Vogelin, let's see, H.L. Newbold and Blake Donaldson, I mentioned that, and also Robert Atkins. Meat makes masters and mush makes us meek. When you eat the mush, I'm sorry, the plants are deadly, right? The plants want us to be their fertilizer. It's stupidly simple. But listen, again, you're thinking the experts, the scientists, the propaganda of a plant-based diet. You think, well, it's the propaganda. It's like Nazism or communism or something else that is a controlling concept that'll cause you to do harm to others and to yourself for the good of the greater community. My friends, you must take care of yourself first as the lion. Then you will lead and go to the next level, right? Let's see. Azriel, how you doing? Vicky, how you doing? I try to tune in every 5 a.m. Man, listen, reproductive endocrinologist, OBGYN, immunology, nutrition, the power of positive thinking. I've written a number of books on positivity, daily intentions, inspirations. My job is to help the people that are suffering from infertility. And I learned how to be a standard doctor, the pills, the shots, the dissections, and I followed with diet doesn't matter for years. Until about 20 years, then I began to talk about paleo and then keto, and 12 years ago, carnivore. Now, I've written a number of books on keto, carnivore, and craziness, but this is the game changer, right? Matcha green tea, unsweetened. Listen, again, minimize the plants and maximize the meat. Minimize the plants and maximize the meat. One meal a day is the very best. That will lead the way. Right on. I'll bug you later than I have. Great day. Don Joseph, what's going on? Wait a minute. Did I miss you, Don? I will not miss you, my friends. Yeah, he's from Buffalo. Yes. I was reading his story on Goggins about coming from Buffalo. I'm on my way out to Buffalo tomorrow because I have a clinic there. Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Albany is my upstate connections. And amazing, inspiring. You need to read about the hard for yourself and stop wallowing in the hard. Get doing it. Again, when you're blaming others, it's only hurting you, right? At 10 OCD, 63, now does carnivore help with, oh my God, ADHD, OCD, dyslexia, depression, anxiety, what they say, manic depressive, couldn't read, in a gang, kicked out of school. When I was in a gang in junior high school, I was a bad adolescent, right? I was badass. And breaking and entering into Thomas Stark King Junior High School. What year was that? 70 or something. Hung out with the gang boys. And we did bad, but I was gifted from those people who arrested me. Kiltz, you want to do better or you want to be behind bars? But I had amazing mentors that were always there inspiring me. Mrs. Wong at John Marshall High School, my pottery teacher taught me how to center myself. When I centered myself in art, that was the entry to the game, the change. Bell, Mia, let's see, Meek, let's see, thanks. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, handsome. Back to you. All right. So ultimately, we were the massive, amazing hunters, right? We were the hunters that knew how to take down the massive mastodon. This built our brain. It took us from a tree dweller to a land animal, but we didn't eat the grass. We ate the grass eaters. We were good at that. But eventually, somehow the big beast died out, and there was a lack of lots of meat, maybe. And we wanted to feed our neighbors. So we figured out that if we fed them grass and grains, we could now control them. Right on. Get a dope cartoon portrait of yourself or logo for your business done. Always do it. Show it to me. Offer it, right? Let's see. God sent all of us, right? Don Sadal. God is the great master of the universe, and he, she, it is within all of us. right? First, there was nothing. We were in the dark, and then there was everything, and now we're in the light. And the light brings life, right? All right, Dr. Davitran, how you doing? Beautiful day. Let's see. One good teacher can change a person's life. Let's see. Mrs. Hafner in the 4th grade kissed me in front of the class. I was so embarrassed, like I was up on the chalkboard like this, because she was honoring me. It was a kiss on the cheek that I was the master of math, but I thought I was dumb. Right. I always heard these. Oh, you don't know anything. I sat in the back of the class. They put me in the front of the class, and I would pour glue on the desk playing with it. And the teacher would sit over me and go like, Kiltz, what the F are you doing? All right. Dyslexia, ADHD, OCD. All I wanted to do was get out on the playing field and run. I loved football, basketball, baseball. I loved to run. And the more I ran, the more I think I grew. But you see, all of us the flower will blossom at different times in your life. So never, ever, 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 ever give up, but always give it up to the gods. That's as simple, right, Don? Let's see. Dad made a cop apologize. Oh, and Miss Tia and Kiltzy, and here's Mom and Dad. And I always am blessed by the fact that my father, despite his many challenges in life, really cared for his family and was there to help us all grow, learn, create, and share. That's it, right? So many of these amazing. Linda, we're always there, right? Linda Denton, we're all on a chat, the chat of life. Let's see. I'm going out to Denver Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to be like you, just listening and learning from the amazing, amazing people on stage. I'm in the background, but on Sunday, I'm a moderator. Now, I don't know if there are going to be fists or there's going to be wrestling, but I'm there just to share, right? Miss Tia I am blessed and lucky to have such an amazing person in my life because I'm a lot of work. Right on. All right, Rex, how you doing? Architect. And again, I was a Onondaga County sheriff pulled Kiltz off over this morning. I was doing 63. He was tailgating me. I didn't know it was a sheriff. So I kept on going over the white line on the right. So maybe this guy's going to pass me. Lights on, pulls me over. Nice guy. I was like, listen, I was just trying to move over so you to pass me. And I said, well, Dr. Kiltz, on my way to work, he said, let me check. He ran my license. He said, okay, on the road, get with it, right? No, there's no snow here. It's like 60 degrees. There's nothing here. It's beauty, right? Let's see. Linda Denton, thank you. It's all archived, right? All right. Sean Baker. You guys got to watch Sean because his interviews are just so real. They're down to earth. They're humans just having a conversation of health and wellness. It's as simple as that, right? So our food scarcity likely led us from the meat to the plants, and those plants are damn trying to get us, right? Grandma's Impala, one of those old classic. Oh yeah, so I was in the lowrider class in LA, right? My friends, we drove lowriders, and yes, it was a great 63 Impala. I actually took my first driving test in that Impala. So Angelina Cimentelli, my grandmother, my nana, my father's mom, she said, let's get his license, right? Pregnancy safe. How you doing, right? Let's see. Thought is destiny. Absolutely. Pity. Let's see. Real champagne. Monet, baby girl. All right. Good morning, Jonathan's girlfriend, Peggy. Hey, Peggy. How you doing? Awesome. The world of a dinosaur. All right. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi this morning with Kiltzy. I'm doing phones this morning in Syracuse. Tomorrow, you can tell everyone I'm going to Buffalo, Rochester, and Albany tomorrow, and I'm working the way to sort of, you got to touch base with all your team, right, Marla? Donnie Inad. Let's see, Kara Slan, is that right? Mohammed Jade. single front seats, not bucket seats. Oh, it was, you know what? It was actually, it had the, what was it? Was it a long, I think it was a bench, but the seat went forward. Now I can't remember. And then my father let me drive the Oldsmobile 98 or something like that. Big four door Mizey. It was like, I'm a little guy, 5'6". I was probably 5'3" when I was 16. It was so funny. Single front seats. Yes, Don, Grandma's Impala. I eat more than I would if I have to eat in the morning. Alex, I work eat at night only, and that's the best. Do you ever eat any steak spots in New York? Let's see. Oh my God, no, I'm trying to remember one of my favorites, right at Columbus Circle. All right, my steakhouse at Columbus Circle. It's coming. Steakhouse Columbus Circle. All right, who's going to remind me? I love Per Se is great. It's coming. Intake collagen. Eat the bone marrow, the bone broth, and chew on the bones. Alex, a full day, absolutely. You got to stay full in life every day. So what are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you watching? I'm listening to David Goggins' book, Never Finished, and I'm reading Sean Baker's book, the Carnivore Diet, right? So the food scarcity. So we evolved. We evolved as cavemen, all right? We probably, if you wanted to get high, you ate the plants, but ultimately this is how we became humans. We ate the plants if you want to be high, but if you want to be a true human, the lion, the director, driver, and creator of your life, you ate the meat, the brain, the organ meats, and that was the way, right? So, relying on only plants to supply our nutritional needs would be a pretty poor strategy, particularly because our brains are such energy hogs, right? A chimp spends 10 more times chewing vegetarian than a human does chewing meat, right? See, it's easy to chew meat and extract the energy, but plants. Look at the panda bear. It's 16 hours a day chewing bamboo. It's a listless animal. Because we ate the meat, it gave Porterhouse Supra. Thank you. I knew someone was going to remind Kiltz. Remember, it's there, but sometimes it takes a little time to get there, right? That's it. Linda, Miss So Many. We got you here, Linda. Thanks for stopping in, people. I really appreciate you. Angela, Teresa, Linda, William Woodson, a pleasure. So the other part is that, again, you gotta buy the paperback book, right? And this is really great. So the human, the stomach is about the same size in orangutans, gorilla, chimpanzee, and humans. But the small intestine is much greater in humans, and the cecum is much smaller in humans, and the colon is much smaller. See, we're not fermenters, but when you fuel the body with plants, you become a fermenter. And fermentation in the gut makes heat, alcohol, aldehydes, methane, and you're listless, and you're addicted, and you're an alcoholic from the day you're born to the day you die, but it's small amounts of alcohol made by the plants. Isn't that simple, Esther? Right on. So I love biology, right? So the atoms, right? These atoms, so the electrons, the neutrons, and the protons make these particles, right? The elements, but these elements come together due to the electromolecular forces, which then make a molecule, and then it makes a cell, and then it makes an organ system or an organism, single cell organisms, and multicellular organisms, and multi-organ organisms. It makes us, right? And that's the magic, Jenny Miller, Barber, DPCOS, MJ Murphy, thanks for stopping in. Why vegans don't want to understand, why don't they listen to their bodies? Well, remember, the reason they don't is because they're prisoners of plants. You see, if you eat mostly plants, you become a prisoner of the plants. I've got to have my coffee, my tea, my alcohol, my chocolate, right? I've got to have it, right? I've got to have my vegetables, fruit, fiber, seeds, and nuts. I got to have it. You're a prisoner of the plants. That's it. And Sean Baker is just sharing the ideas that, my friends, lions we be, but some of the lions are lying to you. They're telling you, right? Move in. Good morning, my friends from Texas. Check out my good friend Tom Sims. We're getting his book on The Power is Within You, by the way. There's nothing out there. It's all in here. You're the magic maker of your life, right? So basically, the strategy is simple. You see, I always say we came out of the trees not to eat the grass, but eat the grass eaters. So you're the prisoner of the plants if you're focused on mostly plants, and all the diseases, including cancer, that comes because of plant eating. Sorry. So no putrefaction and total clearing of the bowels on the baby's way. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, intermittently feasting. From time to time, you can do Kiltz's ice cream. But if you don't add the sugar, you can do it every day. Right on. You see, there's something called the glycobiome. This is the mucinous sugar layer, which is so much larger than the minuscule membrane layer, right? And so when you realize and you're looking up glycobiology, what does Kiltz talk about every day, right? God and glycans. It's God and glycans, if I can do this, right? I know. God and glycans. The glycobiome, right? Read about the glycobiome. The more you read, you're more like, wait a minute. I thought sugar is our metabolic energy. Nope, it's not. It's just another glycan. Right, Alex? Thanks. Meat, Bethlehem, Med. No putrefaction. Alex, you got to remember, meat makes masters, and the mums will mum you, right? Mums will make you a mummy. That's as simple as that, right? All right. So the simple strategy, eat the animals, but somehow the big, massive animals became much rarer. And so in order to get the fuel we needed, we had to grow wheat, right? Or we just ate the wild wheat, right? But it was a little addictive too, right? Because it contains a little bit of a morphine-like substance that makes you happy, right? Happy, right? Poppies. And so ultimately, you and I have been pooped by the poppies. It's as simple as that. So let's see. Silly Carmen, how you doing? IVF for Ali Walsh, my friend. Good morning. A balanced diet. Well, what's a balanced diet, right? Meat and meat. I'm balancing myself out on meat. But the mush will take you down, all right? The reason we conquered the plant was the planet was the ubiquity of animals. Humans are the greatest predators ever to walk the earth. We aren't successful. We aren't successful predators because of a pointing teeth, sharp claws, or extreme strength, but because of our brains, which are the best weapons on the planet. We can outsmart any other being except a virus, bacteria, yeast, or a plant, right? Or if you're face to face with a lion or a bear and you have no weapons. That's it. It's my pleasure, my friends. This is Dr. Rob Kiltz here for an hour of power that's just sharing some ideas on your health and wellness. You're in charge of that, right? If you're living with, oh, they did this to me, they did that to me in a negative way, you are taking yourself down. But you want to build yourself up. And the way to do that is read inspiring, positive, loving, kind words and ways, right? All right. My good friends, Wayne Dyer and Norman Vincent Peale, to start the day, right? February 16th, to keep motivation going strong, begin at once the mental practice of seeing yourself as an altogether new individual, one who is always vital, vigorous, and excited. And the secret is simple. We are the gods. And the human beings created the concept of God, the creator of everything. The problem is you and I think it's all out there, but it's all in here, in there. That's the simple story. One. Thanks for stopping in. One, carnivore since January. Just happily discovered I'm pregnant. Listen, you have a Ken Bear. Nisha and Ken blame Kiltz. Now, they're carnivores, but so the baby's way. They do, let's see, butter, beef, bacon, eggs. I do bacon, eggs, butter, beef. Kiltz's ice cream from time to time. Listen, a treat from time to time, but not every day. Honey and fruit every day. Paulie, Saladino, don't recommend it. Good look, and we're gonna do Saladino's book on the carnivore code also, by the way. So continue carnivore during pregnancy and breastfeeding. Yes, 100%. There is zero requirement to ever eat a plant. And ultimately, these are the predators, and we be the prisoners. Saltwater steak. Saltwater steak. Saltwater steak. Carnivore yogis, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's see. Kareem, how you doing? 869. Let's see. Axel, good morning. Let's see. Yasin, Darli Maz, good morning. What's next? Right? Listen, stay carnivore, and your children need to be fed like a carnivore. Now, again, well, wait a minute. They have to have joy and excitement in life. Listen, holidays and treats and the amusement park are meant to be from time to time. But every day you live in the temple as the lioness and the lion you be. It's as simple as that, right? All right. Thanks for joining on the Mighty Tribe. Dr. Kiltz, CNY Fertility, YouTube, Facebook. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps me share more of the ideas that you can heal yourself without me, right? Deja Ron, is that it? Good show. Thank you. Just stumbled on it. The universe attracted you to this, right? Instagram. Thanks for following, my friend. Appreciate you. And I'm here to also follow you because we're all learning together. Listen, I'm no smarter than you. You have human DNA. And my bet is it doesn't matter if we've been taught that, oh, they're not very smart. They don't know anything. Oh, you wouldn't want to have that type of child. What are we talking about? Come on, Bevy. Love you, my friend. All cells have glycans. Yes, all cells have glycans. The glycobiome. Just look up the glycobiome. You'll realize, wait a minute, they said glucose was our energy. Nuh-uh. It's part of the glycobiome. Let's see. What did I do with my oh, did I put it up here? Yes. Interesting enough, even the sperm and the egg. See, here's the bilayer, lipid bilayer. Look at how narrow it is compared to how thick the glycocalyx is, right? So the egg also has a glycocalyx. It's the barcode and it's the scanner. See, the sugars are antigenic, right? And the sugars are critical for reproduction. But because we're exposing our body to foreign glycans, so, and this is the fun part, the foreign glycans. Let me see if I've got this. I think I've got this somewhere. Hang in with me. So again, a very thin layer of the fatty lipid bilayer, and a very thick layer of the glycoproteins. That's the part. Mary Huber, how you doing? Best recipe: steak, salt, water, and put it under the fire. The Auto Wild. Again, these are crazy. Let me get to this. Give me a second. Snack on butter throughout the day. Usually a couple of times a day, Stacy. Not all day. I may have a little bit of steak, All right. This is another really interesting one that yeast, bacteria, and other non-human mammals, right, have glycans, plants, they're different sugars that are their barcode, right? The human leukocyte antigen, the HLA, right? Your barcode says who you are, and humans have different barcodes than plants, bacteria, yeast, and viruses, that they are highly antigenic and highly deadly for us. That's why plants are bad, right? From Italia. Let's see, mom, dad's grandparents are from Italy, except, let's see, my father's father was Mackenzie Woods. My father never knew his father, and his stepfather was Joe Kiltz. That's how Kiltz is the name, Kiltz. Vail and Beaver Creek in March. Absolutely, John. I'll be in Vail March, I think the 13th, for a week snowboarding, just right in Vail, right on the mountain, snowboarding for the week. So if you see Kiltz, like, let's do a boom, and I'll be doing some lives from Vail for the week. I don't know if I'm going to do them at the Vail time or the New York time. We'll see, right? Let's see. Linda, thanks for being here. Stacy, how often do you snack on butter? Again, just a little bite. This is my candy. It's a bite of butter and a bite of steak, right? All cells have glycans. One, my pleasure. Meat, that be mad. All right. I hope you're reading Sean Baker's book. Phytochemicals, cellulose, fiber, micronutrients, chlorophyll, macros. Our ancestors didn't know what any of that stuff was. No other animals looking around. Did you get your minerals and vitamins today? Did you get your fiber? Deadly, deadly, deadly. No one knows what a balanced diet is. What are you talking about? No other animal knows about that, right? All right. Let's see. Oh, we've been butchers for millions of years, and your best healthcare practitioner is your butcher. And dogs and cats are carnivores, right? Mother's birthday, awesome. Let's see. Kids, kings, the real Michael. Let's see. Mako Shark Travels, boxing in Cobran. How you doing, my friends? Thanks for stopping in. My best to everyone. God bless. Safety, kindness, love, and a balanced day, right? Let's see. Idamus, OMG, Becky, how you doing? And Sal Santo. And say hello to my good friend, Paul Saladino. He gave me a call. We did a FaceTime. He didn't believe a lot of my thoughts and ideas on the glycobiome and glycosylation. Still believes that glucose is primarily energy for the mitochondria, which I bet it's not. I bet $1 billion. No way, right? All right. So we gave up the mammoth for the cow. But if you look at our ancient tribal relatives around the globe, they eat meat, and the meat-based diet is the master meal. All right, let's see. We can see real results and real people to whom we can talk to, get answers to our questions. That's why go to Dr. Kiltz, look at our carnivore conversations, go to Sean Baker, Ken Berry, go to Anthony Chafee, Judy Cho, just to name a few. There's so many amazing people out there. Alex Miller is out there. So many amazing people like you, right? To help with pregnancy, carnivore. Go to Kiltz's Keto is Carnivore. I don't have a copy of it. I gave my last copy, so I'm getting some more. But ultimately, this is the way, the baby's way: bacon, eggs, butter, beef, intermittently feasting, and my ice cream from time to time. Hey, Elena, how you doing? Every doctor needs education on the glycobiome. That's what I'm working to share. Glycobiology, the glycans. You see, there's amino acids, simple sugars, fatty acids, and nucleic acids, essentially, right? So the DNA, right? That the blueprint, and that blueprint is read by these the ribosomes that are going to make the proteins, but the proteins are worthless without the glycans. That's it. Handy girls, how you doing? Carnivore is the master way, right? Are you a plant prisoner? Or are you a meat master? Plant prisoner or meat master? You choose the way. I know. But they say eat your vegetables. Well, that's the propaganda to keep you meek, to keep you a communist, a Nazi, or some other controlled Democrat, Republican, or whatever you want to say, or whatever you are duped to believe that this is the way. See, pigs, cows, and sheep line up, but lions never line up, do they? No way. Meat master, hunter, lion, that is the way. All right. So the take home of the carnivore diet is simple. We evolved because we ate fatty meat, and we unevolved because we started being addicted to this one, right? Let's see, PCOS. Let's get down here. Eric, let's see, Erica JB, yes, PCOS. I bet even anorexia nervosa is caused by a damage from the plants. Again, if you get back to eating meat, you go like, oh my God, I feel the master again, right? And so basically, PCOS, endometriosis, menstrual dysfunction, anovulation, pelvic pain, PMDD, I don't care what you want to call it. You've been duped by the dandelions, right? You've been duped by the dandelions, and you become an addicted chemical-based eater, right? They'll go away on their own, but it's been years now. But I'm having a hard time. Can this be a sign of infertility? Let's see, Dior. If cysts were found in my ovaries, they've been trying to conceive. Go carnivore. You see, the plants. See, the birth control pill is deadly for us. I stay away from it, right? It's not good. When you eat meat, you fast. So we did a 5-day fast in January. We're going to do another one in July. I do a 2-day fast once a week, 3-day fast once a month. Typically, I eat my one meal at night. I might have a bite of butter or a piece of steak, dry aged in my refrigerator. Snake River Farms, right? Let's see. Again, my friends, Dior, go carnivore. Dior the carnivore. There you go. Diorr, the carnivore. And listen, don't believe Kiltzy. Listen, people are suffering depression, dementia, anxiety, suicide, criminality. I believe my criminality as an adolescent was simply because of cereals, grains, grass, fruits, vegetables, and a lack of strictly eating fatty meat. That is it. Now, I'm not blaming anyone. There's no blame here. That was the gift for me to learn, to grow, to create, and be the teacher as the student. Remember the yin and the yang. We are the teacher and the student, right? I'm going out to Denver to be the student and to teach. And it's really simply moving on, done, right? My friends, it's simple. That's why I love reading hardship, right? Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. Let's see, Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. Let's see, David Goggins, Never Finished, right? All right. Anjar, Let's see, back again from Barcelona. Great. Let's see, Greg Ryan, how you doing? Daily dose of carnivore inspiration. That's what we'll call it. The Kiltz's daily dose of carnivore inspiration, right? We're inspired. What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you doing? Are you sitting around complaining? Are you sitting around, they did that, they did this, it's their fault, I'll never get well. Oh my God, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. No one was. We were all born in the dark, right? And now take yourself out of the dark and shine the light. Heroin, cocaine, marijuana, alcohol is effing deadly of any significance or frequency, or if it's the thing that kills you right away. And moving on done every single day, right? And so every day it's a new moving on done. So remember, leave the dead to the dead. Yesterday is done, right? Let's see. I were told they would go away. I know they didn't, did they? Advice for a 5 weeks pregnant lady, please. Okay. It's simple. Lena, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt, 1 meal a day. Do not eat fruits, fiber, vegetables, seeds, or nuts. They are deadly for you, right? Basine, how you doing, my friend? Well, let's see. A burgery, bad boy. Hugs and kisses to all, and faith in God. Doesn't matter. You're Muslim, Jewish, Christian, Hindu. Let's see. Where am I getting all of this? Atheist, agnostic, Buddhist. It doesn't matter. Human beings are here as lions. You've been duped to be a pig, cow, and a sheep. Be done with it, right? Let's see. Drugs, luxury apartments. We're now living in these high rises that when they fall, they will put you under the pancake. We are meant to be not in large dwellings, but simply a tent and be outside, right? You got to get to the cold. That's why cold water therapy is rocking amazing, right? Tanner, hate vegetables, but we parents know, eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables. Become a vegetable, right? Weight loss during their pushing. You don't ever focus on weight loss. Weight loss is deadly. Focus on eating 1 steak a day, and you will be the master lion, right? Basine, how you doing? Mary Sue, moving on done. The Kiltz cups. I'm patient for the pandemic craziness of getting my kiln fixed, right? I could get my logs and start just burning them in my other one, but I don't know. I'm doing my very best today. BC pills, regulate hormones. Stacy, eat the fatty meat, get rid of the birth control pills, and do not want more kids at the moment. Would love to have my own hormones flowing. Again, you've been duped. Listen, don't have more kids. My friends were born to reproduce. But listen, there's a lot of ways to skin the cat. You got to figure it out. But my bet is a lot of the birth control pill is made from plants. Again, you got to talk to your doctor or whether to be on it or off it. But this idea that, well, you should wait till you're 35 to have a baby, and then you're infertile, and then you need Kiltz, or you can't get it at all. Duped to believe in the dictators that dictate to you to be a plant prisoner. I'm a plant prisoner. What's a plant prisoner? A plant prisoner basically is addicted to plants, their fruits, their fiber, the vegetables, the seeds, the nuts, their teas, their smoothies, their protein shakes. Read what's in your protein shake, my friend. It is deadly. It wants to kill you, but it's doing that because it's controlling you. Again, when we blame our parents and their parents and their parents and their parents for our problems, blame the plants and everything made from a plant. Tobacco, heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine, the fruits, the fiber, the vegetables, the seeds and nuts. We're addicted to this, but I want you to be addicted to a healthy, happy, joyous life. This is where you should be. Listen, David Goggins never, let's see, what is it? Never finished, right? The ultimate truth is start lifting the weights, get on your bike, go for a walk, a jog, a run, but stop complaining. No one gives an F, right? But my therapist, all they want to do is talk about my problems. Let's talk about your problems. Yesterday's, 50 years ago, 1,000 years ago, right? All you dwell in is the negative of the world. But you want to get out of the dungeon. And the way to that is first to imagine and see the light that the good Lord of the universe has given you. It's called life. And that's the light, right? I'm anorexic. Can I still, oh, mad carnivore. You might want to do 2 or 3 mads, Zach Brown, but eat, it's simple. Eat my ice cream, add some white sugar. That's okay, a little bit, or some honey, but stay away from the plants. They make you an anorexic. They make you addicted. They make you bulimic. They make you that, right? You've been made to believe that plants are your friend. It's like, are the dictators really your friends, right? You've been dictated, and look at the wars around the world by dictators. Sorry, my friends, we're here to help people that are suffering around the globe. It is time, right? And who's in charge of you? You are. All right. So tomorrow, addressing the question. So again, we've read 1 through 3, Carnivore Diet by Baker. Tomorrow, right? Just do it. It takes a half an hour to go through this chapter, or less or more. I was told I was dyslexic. I was in a reading group, but I was like, every time I tried to read, I would go dizzy, right? So eventually I was like, I learned to read because I went to medical school and I couldn't read. And I was like, fuck, I got to read. So I'd read every chapter 10 times before it would soak in. But I drew on a white paper, right? And just kept on doing that, right? Why do I want a donut all of a sudden? Well, my friends, because it wants to make you a prisoner. And when you throw out the plants, anorexia, depression, suicidality, criminality will be done, right? Get rid of the birth control pills. Would love to have my own hormones flowing. Again, who's in charge of what you put in here and what you put in here? Right on. What you do with this, you are in charge of. Be very discerning, kind, loving, generous. You are the power of the universe, right? Happy Thursday, Super J. Thank you to you. 5:59. All right, kick-ass doctor. John Wolf, you're amazing. Thank you to my friends. Elena, we love you. Todd Muraski, good morning. I love you, my friends. Dramasticality, awesome. Different. All right. Linda, have a great day. Tanner, great day. And don't forget, check out the Fertile Feast. And the most amazing part of the Fertile Feast is eat the fatty meat. Go to the baby's way and eliminate the plants, the fruit, the fiber, the vegetables, the seeds, the nuts. Done with it. Esther, wonderful day. Hi to Laszlo. Deuterium depleted because you eat the fatty meat. And you want to recognize that the glycobiome, the sugars are critical for glycosylation, but you've been glycating because you're eating foreign bacteria, yeast, viruses, and plants that want to make you fertilizer. Love you, baby. All right, my friends. M Cash, awesome day. All right, I got to get on the phone. I'm here in Syracuse till about noon, and I'm going to go work on some filming this afternoon. Excited about it. Really, really great, amazing, every single day. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt, 1 meal a day, inspired by God every single day. All right, Teresa, my pleasure for chatting. Thanks for stopping in. To my friend Jonathan, Supra, Zen, Zach, and more. Everything is cured when you can just use these as decoration and the food for your food. All right. Have a great day, my friends. Thanks, Malcolm, for stopping in. If you're around, stop in, would you please? Bye, Esther. Take care, everyone.